Hi there, this is Aldea, and today I'm gonna give you my review of the Titanium Fox's Dying Day palette, which looks like this. I'm gonna give you some swatches there. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't sure that this palette was going to be my vibe when it was revealed. And I bought it because they had a sale that was like somewhere like a week after the release of the palette. I'm sorry, you can hear my cat here. And I think it is beautiful. I never doubted that, but I know that the muted pinks and the muted blues are not the one that looks the best on me, and they are not ones where I like the shades I jumped to at first. But I thought that by the way that I loved the Poppy Storm palette, I did a review on my channel as well, and I also did a ranking of the last 10 palette that I tried, so you can watch it and see that the Poppy Storm was quite high up in that ranking. So I just thought, okay, everything else is in my comfort zone, like autumn tones, this is what I love. And I can incorporate these tones that I'm not so comfortable with. So I wanted to still try it. So I'm gonna give you 4 or 5 looks. I'm sorry, I don't remember how many I did. This one is not in the video because I did a reel or short with it. You're still gonna see it later. So I did it this morning, so you see what it looks like in the middle of the day. It didn't move at all. And I'm gonna show you here what it looks like at the end of the day. Knowing that I have oily hooded eyelids, I'm really used to creasing. But from my experience, the Titanium Fox's shimmer lasts really well on me. Here I'm gonna show you the looks, and I will see you at the end of the video to give you my full review on this palette. Okay, so let's start this video with the beautiful Dying Day palette. This is what she looks like. Very beautiful. I'm very excited to dig into this. So I will be starting with the shade Fall Clouds, and I'm just going little by little. I have an idea of what I want to do with this look, but I'm not entirely sure of how to do it, so I'm just going little by little, and I'm gonna go back if needed. As you can see, it's working really well, blending beautifully, no problem. Then I'm taking the shade Day Shadow with a smaller brush, and sorry, that was my cat. And I'm going into the inner part of my lid, so like the inner half, inner third, which is not a shape that I usually go for, like doing the darker shade in the inner part, but I wanted to try something. And to be honest, these two shades were the ones that I was the most worried about. These are some shades that I never used usually, so I wanted to start with these. Then I'm just taking the shade Calm Down with a little brush. It's not really a blending brush, it's not a flat brush, it's a good in between, and one of my favorites for the outer corner. It's a Beauty Bay one that I had in a set. And I'm just going a little bit back and forth between this one, between the Fall Clouds shade. And then I'm applying my NYX Glitter Primer and the shade Precious Lip, which is very beautiful. I'm very excited to try it. And as you can see, it's very beautiful. It's very fine, very reflective. I enjoy it very much. Then I'm deciding between several shades. This one is Moth, that I'm showing you very well. And the other one is Picamoon. And I'm deciding to use the shade Picamoon. I'm using a brush to be more precise. As you can see, it's a little bit piecey. It's the only shade like this in the palette, but I think and I hope that you can also see that when I work it with the brush, it's really blending beautifully. It doesn't stay piecey. It becomes fine, and yeah, I think it's very beautiful. So this is the final first look. I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I'm really happy of how it turned out. And to be completely honest, I had something in the evening at my dance class where we had to wear pink. We do something in France which is called the Pink October. I don't know if it's done in other countries. For the awareness of breast cancer. So I wanted to do my makeup pink as well. This is the middle of the day. I did my makeup at like 11 maybe. This is something like 7 in the evening, something like that. It didn't move at all, as you can see. And here I'm coming back from my dance class, and it must be 10 p.m, something like this. And again, it did not move at all. I did sweat, but it looks very, very good. I'm very happy, and as it is the first look that I'm doing, I'm very excited to continue the test, because this is very impressive for me. Then for our second look, I'm taking the shade Quiet Pines, and as you can see, I decided then to tap my brush because I took too much and I had some fallout. I'm not entirely blaming it on the shadow, but maybe I just put too much, so I'm just being more careful then. And now that I tap my brush, I have no problem at all. So just be aware that if you take too much, you're gonna have fallout. I just changed my brush because for the shape that I wanted to do, the one that I took first was too big. Both are from Singe Beauty, and I really love them. I really... If you want a good set of brushes, the brush set from Singe Beauty is very good. I use them all the time. Then I'm taking the shade Violet Court, which is very beautiful. I actually don't have a lot of purples of this tone, exact tone. It's pigmented, beautiful. I have no problem with it. It's I love it. Then I'm applying my NYX glitter primer and the shade Immortal, which I love. I love this kind of shades. I'm a sucker for greens. And I'm applying it basically where I did put my the green matte in the outer part. And like on the outer half of my lower and upper lid. And then I'm taking the shade Moth that I'm putting in the area where I did put the purple shade. This one I'm using with a brush because I want to be more precise. I don't want to put it where I did put the green matte in the upper part. And then I'm taking the shade Immortal on a smaller brush for my inner corner. I quite enjoy to put a darker shimmer in the inner corner, but I know that some people don't like it. I just have to tell you that there are not a lot of inner corner options in this palette. This is not a problem for me, but if you really want a light inner corner, I think you can use precious leaves, but otherwise maybe moth, but it really depends on your skin tone. Maybe you would take a shimmer from another palette. Again, not a problem for me. I did not miss it, but I'm just saying because I know that some people might. This is the final look, and like the final look with my whole face. I'm really enjoying this. I always love a green and purple combo. The mattes, the shimmers, everything worked really beautifully. I had no problem whatsoever. This is the look in the middle of the day, and as you can see, it did not move at all. I'm very happy with it. And this is the end of the day. My lipstick did not held very well, but to be honest, I think that my eyeshadow did. So this look did almost not move. The other one, same. Like if you really pay attention, you can see that it moved the tiniest bit on the purple part, a little bit, but yeah, really, it did not move. You really have to be picky to say that it did. So same thing, I'm really happy with the staying power. Then I'm taking the shade Maple, which I'm such a fan, as you can see from my expression. This is a shade that I love. I really adore these kind of shades. I love them so much. I'm really taking my time again. Not that it's really needed, but as I'm not going to work after doing this look, I just like to take my time. Usually when I do my makeup, I go to work afterwards, so I can't really finesse it the way that I want to. So now that I can, I'm really taking my time. And it's working really well. It's blending beautifully. It's pigmented. I have nothing bad to say about this shade. Yeah, I'm really loving this. Then I'm taking the shade Fading Day. The shade Fading Day on a smaller brush, and I don't take a lot of products, but it's very pigmented. It's very beautiful. I love the combo between these two shades. I think it's so beautiful. I love this so much. I'm just trying to be precise. I don't want it to go overboard. Yeah, I really love the placement of this. Then again, I'm taking my glitter primer from NYX and the shade Moth, which, such a beautiful shade. And I hope that you will be able to see that depending on the shade that's underneath, it really looks different. And because it has so many reflex. When I used it in the previous look on top of the purple, I think it looked quite different from here. And I love it both ways. I just love this. So as you can see, it's working very well. It's fine. It's reflective. It's not PC. It's not patchy. I don't have any problems. I think it pairs really beautifully with both of these mattes. I'm really happy with it. After I did my second eye, I'm just going a little bit lower with the shimmer, because on the other eye, to be honest, I was quite clumsy with my finger and I put too much, and I didn't want to do that at first, but I just decided to just go for it, and I think it looks really nice. Then I'm taking the shade Sleepy Sun and I'm putting it in my inner corner. This shade is a little bit more like coppery. It's not really gold, but or an antique gold. I thought it looked really nice. And after a little bit of eyeliner, this is the final look. I'm really, really enjoying this. If you follow me on Instagram, you already saw this look. And yeah, I'm such a big fan. I did something similar with my lipstick and with my eyes, with the combo that I did. Of course, as usual, everything will be in the description box for the products that I used, like on my face and lips. This is the look in the middle of the day, and I think it stayed really well. Like on this eye, it did not move at all. It's very beautiful. On the other eye, sorry, in a moment. This one did not move at all. Yeah, sorry, I was painting. And I always put paint everywhere. I'm quite messy. And on this eye, it moved a tiny bit, but as I work it a little bit with my finger afterwards, it's back to perfect. Then in the end of the day, I have paint in my hair. I have oily oily skin. I don't have any lipstick on. Like my day, I went through my day, and when I look forward or when I look on the side, you cannot tell that it moved. It's still beautiful. When I look down, you can see a little bit here, especially on my right eye. But on my left eye, I think that you can't see anything because I don't think it moved. So here I'm just working a little bit with my finger as per usual. And yeah, it's back to normal, it's back to perfect. So even though it moved a little bit, I really want to give points to the brand for this, because there are many brands where if the eyeshadow moved, it's impossible to bring it back to the way it was. So I'm not saying that it's just as beautiful as when I applied it, but it's really close. Yeah, if I just have to tap it a little bit in the middle, or this is the end of the day, if I only have to do that once or twice in the day, that's no problem for me. For our fourth look, if I'm not mistaken, I'm taking the shade Resting Leaf, and I'm really packing it in the inner part of my lid. As you can see, it's really beautifully pigmented. I love this kind of shades. It's really lovely. And yeah, I only went like once or twice in the pan, so yeah, that's really impressive for the pigmentation. Then I'm taking the shade Silence on a bigger brush, and I'm really packing it on the outer part. I did tap the brush to not have the same problem with fallouts, and as you can see, I don't have any problem this time. And yeah, it's working really beautifully. This is not the type of shade that I usually go for, but yeah, I thought it would pair well with this one, with the yellow one, I mean. And then I'm taking the shade Fading Day on a smaller, it's not really a pencil brush, but kind of. And I'm putting it on my lower lash line and apparently in my eye, which of course was not intentional. Then I'm taking my NYX glitter primer and the shade Fall Spirit, which is like, yeah, I wanted to try a combo that I wouldn't normally do, and yeah, this is a very interesting shade. I really wanted to see how it would go with these other ones. So I'm really going little by little because I don't want to go overboard and just realize that I don't like the combo. So yeah, I'm taking my time, and as for the other shades that I used, it's really behaving perfectly. I have no problem whatsoever. It is fine and sparkly, and yeah, as it is sparkly, it's playing with the focus of the camera. I'm sorry. And yeah, I ended up really liking the combo between those shades. And here I'm just working it in the inner part and the lower lash line. So this is the look, like the final look with the palette, but I wanted to add something, and I chose the Oil Spil Chroma Flik liner from Glisten, and this is the final look. I'm really enjoying this. I don't often go for liner, but I wanted to this time. The shade Bettle from the same line from Glisten would have been a better match for the eyeshadow, so I used it on my lashes. I hope you can see them. My lashes are covered with the shade Bettle, and it, like the shade Oil Spill goes more pink than the shadow, but I still think that it goes beautifully with it. This is the end of the day. I still have paint on in my hair because I did the second layer of the paint, and yeah, it's still beautiful. Did not move. I'm really happy with this look. I really had fun doing this. It's, yeah, I don't think I will even tap on my lid. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's quite impeccable. Okay, it moved like the tiniest bit here. You can see when I turn my head, but yeah, almost nothing. So yeah, for now I'm really I'm really satisfied with this formula. For our fifth look, I think I'm taking the shade Resting Leaf, and I'm using it differently than the previous look. Here I want it as a blending as a blending shade. So I'm really going little by little. It's not that the shade is not pigmented. As you saw in the previous look, it is very pigmented, but here I don't want this to be the main focus. Here I showed you the shade Calm Down, but I'm realizing in a few seconds, like here, that I did not take actually the shade Calm Down. I took the shade Quiet Pines. So yeah, cleaning my brush, I'm trying, I will try to blend the shade, but of course I will not be able to like get rid of it. So I just put it on the other eye to have the same on both eyes, but I will be covering it with the shade Calm Down. So yeah, just pretend that you did not see the shade Quiet Pines underneath, because of course it doesn't show here. It's not like it gives anything. So don't mind it. And the shade Calm Down works really beautifully. I have no problem with it. And I think it's very beautiful. I wanted to give you a more subtle look, because I think that the looks that I did previously were more like colorful and bold. So I just wanted to show you that you can still do something very neutral. I'm just giving something like neutral with a tiny twist of color, using the shade Fading Day here in the lower lash line, but you really don't have to do that. Then I'm taking the shade Sleepy Sun on my NYX Glitter Primer on my whole upper lid. And this is such a beautiful shade. Like it's a very easy shade to use and to pair. I really enjoy this. I'm going little by little on the edges. I'm just taking a little brush to blend the edges. I don't want it to be harsh because I use my finger. And I'm taking the shade Pikamoon on a tiny brush in my inner corner. Same thing, you don't have to do that, but I wanted to do something neutral, but I thought that I could show you as well, if you're not familiar with color, that you can do a neutral look and just add some colors, like in the inner corner, in the lower lash line, and it still looks quite neutral in my opinion. And this is the final look. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was quite toned down for me. And this is what it looks like with my whole face out of focus, of course. You can, of course, recreate this without the dark lip, but I really enjoy this. This is the end of the day, or is it middle of the day? Yeah, I think it's the end of the day. So it did move quite a... I'm sorry, my cat is hungry. Hungry? Yeah, hungry. I'm gonna go feed her. And it stayed very well on this eye. It moved a tiny bit on this one, but if I'm not mistaken, when I tap it a little bit, it goes back to normal. Yes, so more points for this brand for making it possible to go back to normal. Okay, I hope you liked the looks that I did. I really enjoyed doing every single one of them. So I first, for the color story, I was really surprised to like this as much as I do, because as I said, this is in my comfort zone. These two are not really, even this one, not really my comfort zone, but I thought that as these are in my comfort zone, I can still add a touch of something else and still manage to do something that I like, and I really did. I really enjoyed everything that I did. I really enjoy stepping out of my comfort zone. And actually, I think that every time that Titanium Foxes does a palette, it's so smartly done. You have a great versatility with every palette that they made. In this one, you have several dark options. Most of these are mid-tones option. I'm speaking about the mattes. You don't have anything lighter. Like, this is not a light matte palette, which I like. I enjoy this. I don't need lighter mattes. That's most of the time I don't use them. Sometimes I can, but I don't miss them if they are not here. But just be aware of that, if that's something that that you would miss if they aren't here. I think that surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, but it surprised me, everything goes very well together. You can always mix and match. You can always whoa! You can always mix and match many colors, and yeah, the versatility of this is great. I think that yeah, everything that Titanium Foxes does is very versatile. The shimmers are very different from one another, and you can probably see that these two are a little bit more flaky, not as fine, and these three are more fine. And these three here are a little bit drier, but in the best way. Like, you can see that this one is the one that I'm wearing, and it doesn't look dry at all. It's still very reflective and beautiful, but I love it when it's drier because it means that it will stay longer on my oily hooded eyelids. Speaking of that, the formula, I love the mattes. I already knew that, but they are pigmented, but not too much, blendable, beautiful, nothing bad to say about them. I love this. The shimmers are very beautiful. Each and every one of them are special, and yeah, as I said, they are really different from one another, so it's really smart to have put them in this palette. These two, as I said, were a little bit more flaky, but I still think that they stayed quite well on my eyelids. It was not perfect, as you saw, but it was still very good in my opinion. And when I tapped on it, it went back to almost the way it was, so still very good. These three are drier, and so they stay even better. This look I have since this morning. This is the middle of the day, and it didn't move at all. These are so beautiful. And so the one that I have here is this one, and I have this one in this part. And when the lights come from here, it's so beautiful because you can see it turns red here, and it's more like bronzy here, depending on the lights, of course. I really love this. But yeah, when I was in my car, I could really see that it was almost red, like on this part, and with the pink here, it was so beautiful. So yeah, I was surprised to love this as much as I do. I'm not surprised to love the formula because I already did love the Poppy Storm, and yeah, this I still love very much. But the color story really, I didn't expect it to love this as much, and every time I did a look, I really ended up loving it. The one where I did like greens with purples, I was a little bit in a rush in the morning, so this is not my favorite look. I think I could have finished it a little bit, but every other one, I'm just in love with this brand, and I'm so glad that I yeah, maybe that I started to try it. This is the second palette that I tried from the brand. When I bought this one, I also bought the Hidden Piece and the Jay's Joy. I don't know which one I'm gonna do a review first. Let me know in the comments if you want to see one first before the other. I will do both reviews, but just let me know which one you want to see first. If you were considering to buy this palette, I don't think you will regret this. Like, if you love the color story, if you don't mind not having lighter mattes, and also a little thing that I have to say, I don't think there really is an option for a light inner corner. Today I have this one in my inner corner. I love this. I also used this one once, and this one I think could also be used in the inner corner, but it really depends on your skin tone. Maybe it's too dark. I don't mind. I also enjoy having darker tones in my inner corner. But if you think you will miss this, you can have inner corner highlights in your collection. But if you want everything in the same palette, maybe you're gonna miss that, like lighter matte and lighter shimmers. I don't miss that. This is very good. I always prefer to have mid-tone to dark mattes, and shimmer I like to have like everything light, medium, deep, but I don't miss not having a lighter one. So overall, I really recommend this palette. I love the formula, love the color story. I don't think you can go wrong with any Titanium Foxes palettes, to be honest. And I'm not saying that you have to buy it. I don't want to encourage overconsumption. But if you think that she will have a place in your collection, I don't think you could go wrong with it. So I hope this video helped you choosing, or at least was entertaining for you if you don't even plan on buying it. Or maybe it gave you some inspiration to use this palette if you have it. Maybe even do BYOPs, or try to do some of this look by yourself with what you already have in your collection. Let me know if you do any of this look. I would love to see them. So I want really to thank you so very much for watching. If you liked the video, you can give it a like, maybe even subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. And hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye!